Hello everyone, welcome back to our Power BI channel. So here under this playlist guys, we will only able to see Power BI related updates. On April 2023 guys, Microsoft has introduced one more latest feature in Power BI, which name is Dynamic Format String for Measure. So with the help of this feature guys, we can convert the currencies according to the country currency symbols. For an example, if we made our sales in India, so in the front of India guys, it should be written as rupee symbol. And if we have a made sales in USA, so it should be written as a dollar sign in the front of USA sales. In a similar way guys, if we have a made sales in other countries, so it should be displayed as a country symbol sign. So with the help of this dynamic format string for measure guys, we can simply change the currencies conversion dynamically. And now let's check with the practical. So guys, before you use this feature, you need to update your Power BI desktop. So you can uninstall or install it again in your machine. And once you installed it guys, then you can open new Power BI desktop. And after that guys, you need to click here on this file option. And click here on this options and settings. And now you need to click here on this gear button which is options. And after that guys, you need to click here on preview and features. And once you scroll it guys, here you can see this option which name is Dynamic Format String for Measure. This is a newly updated feature guys in Power BI. And if this checkbox is unchecked guys, so you need to check this small checkbox. And once you click on this checkbox guys, so you need to click on OK and you will get to see this kind of pop-up. So here you can read this guys, these changes will take effect after you restart the application. So after clicking the checkbox guys, you need to restart your application. So I have already updated my Power BI guys and restarted this application. So now I will press OK and continue. And now let's go to the data view. And here you guys can see I have taken country column, years and sales. And now let's go to the practical page. So here you guys can see I have taken one table visual and one slicer visual. So under this table visual guys, I will expand this table and I will take country field from here as well as year field. So here you guys can see it is getting a sum of years. So you simply need to click it here and click it here on don't summarize. And now guys we have countries and years. And we have one more column guys which name is sales. But I will not drag and drop this column here. So instead of dragging this sales column guys, I will create new measure. So let's go here and click on new measure. And let me rename this measure name as sum of total sales. And here I will use sum function. And I will simply enter my column name here which is sales, which is from table 1, and close the bracket and hit enter. And here is our measure guys, and now let me drag and drop into here table visual. And now we guys can see we have a total of sales column. And here you guys can see I have already taken this slicer from this visualization pane. And now I will drag and drop this country field from here. And now guys, I want to change the formatting and want to see this value according to the currencies. So to convert these currencies guys, you need to click here on first measure. And now here you will get to see the option of format. So you need to simply click on this drop down guys. And from here guys, you can change whole number to currency. So it's by default taking dollar sign. And let's suppose guys, you want to change the currency symbol according to China country. So again you need to simply click it here. So in format guys, currency is already been selected. So you need to click here on this drop down. And you can change the currency symbol according to the country. Let's suppose I am taking Chinese PRC. And here you guys can see the moment I change the currency format from this drop down, then you can see all the numeric values are impacted and converted into that currency which you have selected. So I have selected China there, that's why it's displaying China. And if I select any other countries guys, let's say euro. So here you guys can see all the values are impacted and change according to the euro. And if I select any value from slicer like India, so it is again returning euro. So if I select any other countries from this slicer, let's say US, so it is still displaying euro symbol here in the front of US. But here my requirement is, guys, in front of country it should be displayed as correct currency symbol. Like in front of India it should be displayed as rupee symbol. In front of US, guys, it should be displayed as dollar symbol. And in front of Europe, guys, it should be displayed as Europe symbol. And the last is China, so it should be displayed China currency symbol. So to remove such problems, guys, Microsoft has introduced latest feature in Power BI. And now let's see, guys, how to apply this feature and how we can create the things dynamically. So firstly, guys, you need to select this measure which we have created. So it's mandatory, guys, to create explicit measure, because you cannot use this option without creating explicit measure. So that's why firstly I have created this sum of total sales. And now you need to go to this format option. And here you guys can see the latest feature, which is dynamic. So I need to select this dynamic option. And once I select dynamic option, guys, then here you can see we can't see anything here in the visual. And it's getting me an error. So no need to worry about it. We will fix it. And now you guys can see this drop down. So here it's selecting format. So if you click on this drop down, guys, you will see the measure which we have created, which is sum of sales. So we need to select this format from here, not measure. So here under this formatting, guys, we need to remove this double quotation mark. So I am removing all the double quotation marks in between the currencies. You guys can clearly see it here. And I will keep this quotation mark in the beginning of the format and at the end of this format. So guys, after removing all the quotation mark, you guys need to remove all the values from here. So I am removing all the values from here. And now, guys, we will use switch function. And we don't need to write any equal to sign here before writing switch statement. You simply enter switch dax function. See, guys, because we guys are not creating any measure here. We guys are just changing the inbuilt formatting of measure. That's why we are not using equal to sign here. So guys, we need to write switch function here. And under switch function, guys, our first parameter is expression. So under expression parameter, guys, I will have to use one more additional dax function, which name is selected value. So look at the parameter of selected value. So the first parameter is column name. So under column name, guys, I will take this country column from table 1. So I will write it here country. And close this selected value dax function. And now put it comma. And now, guys, look at the other parameters, value 1 and result. So firstly, guys, I will press shift plus enter to jump into the next line. And under value 1 parameter, guys, I will write my value, which is country. So firstly, I will write my country name within inverted commas. So I will start the inverted comma. And under value, guys, I am taking, let's say, India. And inverted comma close. And now I will put it comma. And the next parameter is result 1. And again we need to start the inverted comma. And under result 1 parameter, guys, we need to enter the result that we want. So I want, guys, rupee symbol and numbers. So if your currency symbol is in your keyboard, guys, then you guys can use it. But if you don't have any currency symbol in your keyboard, guys, then you guys can take the help from Google. So simply open new browser and type the currency name which you want. Let's say Indian currency symbol. Copy this value from here with Ctrl C and paste it here with Ctrl V. And now, guys, I will use hashtag symbol which represents numbers. So you guys can use hashtags for representing the numbers. Let's suppose if we want enter 2 value, so you guys can use 2 times hashtag. If you want 3 values, so you guys can use 3 times hashtag. So I want to see my values in such a way. So firstly I will write hashtag. After first value guys, I want comma. And after that guys, I want 3 more values. So I will again use 3 times hashtag, which representing number. And if you guys want any decimal places guys, so you need to enter decimal guys and put it 0. If you want 2 decimal places guys, you need to enter 20. But I want only 1 decimal place, so I am removing this second 0. And inverted comma close. So guys, our first statement is ready. In front of India guys, it should represent rupee symbol with 4 values with 1 decimal place. And in this way guys, we need to write multiple statements. So I will copy this with Ctrl C, and now I will enter the second condition. So put it comma here and jump into the next line. Press Shift plus Enter and paste it here. And this time guys, I am taking second country as USA. So let edit this and put it USA. And under my keyboard guys, I have $sign. So I will remove this rupee sign from here and press Shift plus 4. So if you guys have noticed, I have entered USA. But in our data set we have US. So let me remove this A from here. So in this way guys, you guys can write many conditions here. Just copy the values and paste it into next line and change the country name and the symbol. So I will not add any more country here. So I am ending this dash function with else condition. That means guys, if these two conditions are not satisfying, so it returns the normal values without any currency symbol. So I am writing finally else condition here. So I will just copy these values from here, and now I will press Shift plus Enter and jump into the next line guys, and now I will paste it here with Ctrl V. So here you guys can see this comma is returning an error. So I don't want to add any more condition. So I want to remove this comma from here and close the bracket. So here you guys can see it's again returning an red error. So I need to enter inverted comma in the beginning. And now you guys can see error has gone. And simply you guys need to close the bracket and hit enter. And now we guys can see our dynamic formatting is ready. And we have taken only 2 conditions here under the switch function, which is for the India and US. So in the front of the India guys, you guys can see this rupee symbol. And in the front of US guys, you guys can see this dollar symbol. And the other values are guys still same. No symbol has added because in else condition guys, we have given the condition if the value is not India or US, it returning the normal values. Now I will click here on the slicer and select multiple countries. Let's say US and India. And now here you guys can see the correct symbol of each and every country, which is India and US. And if you guys wanna add more condition here, so you simply need to go here in format guys and add more condition. Just copy the values and enter the values there. So I hope guys now you are clear to everyone that how we can use dynamic format string in measures. So here in this data set guys, we have just only few countries. So we can easily write switch function here and create dynamic measure for currency. But what if guys, if we have more countries in our data set? Let's suppose we have more than 100 of countries. So in such kind of scenarios guys, it will be very difficult for us to set condition again and again in switch statement to copy the value and paste it. So for handling such kind of scenarios guys, we need to create additional table and where we need to take country's name and the currencies formatting which you required, just like in switch statement. So guys, I have already created that table in Excel. So let me open my Excel file. And here you guys can see I have taken the list of the countries, and in the second column guys, I have taken currency format where I have taken symbol of every currency and I have used 2 numbers with 2 decimal places. So if you guys want to add more decimal places guys, so you need to add more zeros. So I will copy this table guys, and now I will go here in Power BI desktop and go to enter data. And if you have a large table guys, you guys can directly export it. So I have pasted here, and let me rename this table name as currency format. And now let's go to the data view. So here is our table guys, which is country and its format. And now here guys, we need to create a relationship on the basis of same column. So the same column guys is country in both the table. So I will go here in data modeling guys and simply select this country column and drag and drop it here in currency format table. So here we guys can see our new relationship has created, which is 1 to 1, because both table has single value. And now guys, finally go to our measure. So I will click here on measure guys, and from this drop down guys, I will select format. And instead of writing switch statement guys, we guys can use simple formula, which name is selected value. And under column name parameter guys, we need to enter the column name, which is currency format. And we need to take from this currency format table. And close the bracket and hit enter. And now guys, let's see the magic. And now here we guys can see correct currency symbol in front of country. And now you guys can select any country from the slicer guys. Then here you can see the country name with correct currency symbol. So for the US currency is dollar, India currency is rupee. In this way guys, you guys can see the correct currency name with correct country. So I hope guys, now you guys are clear with this latest update of Power BI, which is dynamic format string for measure. And now you guys are clear how to use this dynamic format string measure. So for such kind of learning guys, stay connected with us and kindly support this channel. And if anyone wants to learn free Power BI from scratch, so here we have this free YouTube channel guys, which name is Power BI Full Course by Shubham. And under this 50 tutorials guys, I have explained each and every concept in detail. And if you click on this playlist button guys, so here you will find separate playlist of DAX functions, updates, visuals and full codes. And under this DAX expression playlist guys, I have explained each and every DAX function from scratch with detailed information with detailed knowledge. And we also have one more playlist guys, which name is visualization, where you guys can take detailed knowledge about the visuals. And here under this playlist guys, you will only able to see the Power BI related updates. So stay connected with us and kindly support this channel. And those who are visit first time on this channel, please don't forget to press like, subscribe and share button. And don't forget to press this bell icon guys, else you will miss an update. And for the job seekers guys, we have this free Telegram group where I'm keep posting latest Power BI related jobs opening, and you will also find some latest interview questions and answers which recently asked by an interviewer. So you don't need to pay anything to anyone for jobs and trainings. But if you still think guys you require paid training sessions, so I am also providing one-on-one paid training sessions. And from day 1 class guys, I prepare for you interviews rounds with corporate scenarios, which frequently uses in corporate while making reports. So you guys can connect me on LinkedIn or Telegram channel. Both the links are given under the description box. You guys can follow me there. Thank you so much guys for your more love and support. Thank you so much.